Hi, I'm Taylor,
Hi, I'm Alexis.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Christian.
and we watched a video called Power Control. It's about domestic abuse.
And a woman named Kim.
A woman named Kim.
It follows her story from her father being abusive to her getting an abusive relationship and eventually finding her way out of that to escape her surroundings there for her children.
My reaction to the video was that it was just really upsetting to see that people stick in these relationships after continuously getting hurt. Like the one couple said they were together for like 8 years, and the cops were like, yeah, they're always just fighting, and the cops are getting called, and the woman always has bruises and stuff on her.
I wasn't really that shocked by the video. I feel like when talking about this type of thing, it's a cycle, and it just is the continuing same thing over and over and over again. It is upsetting, but we hear about it so often that it's almost not as upsetting to me anymore.
It was interesting to learn about the power and control wheel because a lot of these women described it as all the things that encompass abuse that isn't just physical. It is all the things working together that kind of create this horrible environment for them. It's so far past physical that all these things work together. And it was interesting to see that all the women kind of said the same thing about how those men control their lives.
Yeah, I found it interesting like how the consequences that are all around the world from issues like this, and how everyone has like sort of the same reaction. So it's not just like a domestic thing in the U.S. It's a global and worldwide issue as well.
Then something else that I learned from the video was that 40 to 45% of sexually transmitted diseases are from forced sex, like even in relationships.
I feel like something that I really took away from the video and learned was about how many different levels of abuse there are. So, like, while all these women were experiencing power and control abuse and, like, victimization, they still were experiencing, like, a harsh level of abuse that made them feel very self-conscious. And the power and control wheel, like, really helped me understand that and break it down.
One of the things I found very useful for the prevention side was the mandatory arrest laws that started in Duluth, Minnesota, for anybody who was caught abusing a spouse. They are required to arrest them and take them in for questioning. I think that's a pretty effective way to at least open up a dialogue for what's happening instead of just straight violence.
Prevention.
I mean, yeah, I already said what I found interesting, but
What about prevention?
about prevention.
Yeah, like
I mean, it's always hard to prevent that because you have those people who think they're too far in love with them that they're not going to want to say anything or hurt their spouse, and it kind of causes a big conflict, and it keeps building up more and more until sometimes like bad issues occur even worse than they have been in the past. So it's hard to find a good prevention for it.
I just think it's important to read the signs and like don't ignore it if someone's like getting abused. Like step in if you can, and help raise awareness for domestic violence.
I think a really big thing with prevention is making sure that like we have enough resources because so many people are experiencing it. So we need to make sure that we have like homes that women can escape to, or phone lines that they can call and talk about their problems with.
Okay.